So what you may have noticed is when you've turned on forward rendering and you've disabled all your post-processing effects, you have pretty crappy reflections in your scene. Okay. What we're going to do is to kind of rectify that in a way is we're going to use sphere reflection captures that are going to basically capture the scene as it is. It's going to be a static image, and then it's going to apply those images to basically reflective surfaces to kind of simulate reflections. These aren't dynamic, they're static, so if you have objects moving in your scene when you're playing your game, you're not going to capture them in the reflection. So having really reflective surfaces like mirror-like surfaces is probably not the way to go with something like this. And if you're intending to have like a room of mirrors or something like that, it's just going to look terrible. Okay, so just bear that in mind. There's some limitations to this technique, but it's a lot quicker than using dynamic reflections, and it means that your VR or your mobile game should run a lot faster as well. So to get us started, there's some guidelines that we should use, and this is kind of like developing a hierarchy for like where you place these reflection captures. So what Epic Games recommends is whenever you drag one of these in, you should have like one that covers the area overall, and then you should have smaller ones dotted around the scene that basically capture smaller areas for like maybe reflective surfaces. So like say if this was a mirror, you would have a big one in the center, and then you would have like one here that's kind of like more suited to this projection. So if we bring one in, you'll see that the reflections change straight away. Okay, I'm going to bring this up, and our sphere of influence or reference is quite big, so we can come over here and we can change that to something like this. Let me get this down. Don't have to be too accurate, but yeah, something like that. And now you can see we have reflections. Okay, and you can see because they're kind of captured images and it's based off this one area here, they're not the best. Look, I'm even capturing this truck and applying it to this. Okay, so yeah, not the best. And again, mirror-like surfaces probably don't want to do that. Just for this demonstration, I just want to show you how it works. So again, like, you know, with something like this here, let me get my mirror surface and I'll pin it onto this one as well. There we go. You want to place smaller reflection captures here, and again, these radius is going to be quite small, and that's what you typically do. So you can see this here one now is updated that it kind of represents this area a bit better, and I can do the same over here. I might actually just duplicate this one and maybe go around the side because this is everywhere. And if you have ones that are overlapping, don't worry about it too much. Try not to do too much, but basically what will happen is Unreal will blend these together. But yeah, like it's a bit better, so it is not amazing. And to make sure that they are updated as well, you can go to this build and you can build reflection captures, so you can. And mines have gotten a bit better with that. Not great. This one is maybe not working as intended. But again, like there's a lot of issues with using this, but again, you wouldn't want to use much else for especially VR. Okay, what's this one like? Still okay. So yeah, you would have these dotted around your scene. Like it's going to be more expensive to pre-build them and stuff like that there, but yeah, it's okay. So another thing that you can do with these here is determine the quality of them. So if you go to project settings and type in reflection, you can go down here to reflection capture resolution, and might be set to 128 or something like that there, but if you up this to like 1024, it's going to be pretty crisp, to be honest. So the higher the resolution, the better the reflections are going to be, but at the same time, these are going to cost more memory, okay, because these images have to be rendered and stored in memory, so they do. So yeah, that's how you use the reflection captures in Unreal. Pretty simple to set up. Have their disadvantages. You know, screen space reflections still have their disadvantages too, in that they'll only render what the screen sees, so they can look pretty horrible at times. But for a VR mobile experience, you know, as long as you use them smartly and you're not trying to do mirror-like surfaces like this, generally if you're kind of on a more diffuse type surface that has some reflection, they tend to work a lot better, okay?